Alright, guys, how's it going? Animal lover number one, welcome to the party. I'm starting. Couldn't figure out, for some reason, the thumbnail thing is not working, so sorry about that, guys. But hello, welcome. I know it takes a little bit for y'all to trickle in. I wanted to clarify a couple things about the giveaway, the 2019-2018 giveaway going on the channel. So let's get that out of the way first, and then we can do our normal Q&A fun, all of that. Hello, Aquaballs, Keith, Wardley, Animal Lover number one. How are y'all doing? I hope you're doing well. So let's sit and chat for a moment. So it has come to my attention that due to YouTube's regulations, there are rules and regulations that you can't do certain things in certain ways. So I was going to say, if you want to participate, join the contest, and what you have to do is be a subscriber and you get an entry. If you use the code that is there for aquaticarts.com, secret shrimp, all caps, and then the numbers 15, so secret shrimp 15 at aquaticarts.com. That gets you 15% off your order. Sometimes they'll throw in like extra fish, like if you get 7, they'll sometimes give you an 8th, whatever. And basically, my plan was to have people use that, and as a thank you for using it, I would be giving away or selecting someone who used that a $200 package of Blue Dream Shrimp starter pack. So from their website, you can check it out there. What all's in it? Net, food, catappa leaves, that kind of stuff. Also, we were going to be giving away gift cards, which are basically as good as digital cash. So that's an oxymoron, but as good as, PayPal or whatever. So you go on their site, you get an email, you get a total, you get a link, you spend it. You can actually use the discounts, the Secret Shrimp 15, when you're spending your gift card too. So that's cool. They also have a deal running with animals that have been rescued, fish tanks in the classroom they support, and then right now they have one for homeless folks, so helping put people in shelters, get resources for families that are homeless this time of year. And if you spend $25 at aquaticarts.com, you get a $25 gift card if you give $25. So they're just giving away $25 worth of stuff to be nice, to try to raise money for this charity. Now, you could also give them $50 and be nice and get a $25 gift card. That's what they're hoping for, or that you spend some money on their site while you're there. All that aside, so what's going on with this channel? Wow, what are the giveaways, Alex? Tell us. Well, the giveaways are this. You simply have to watch this. Hello. If you want to be in the giveaway, say you want to be in the giveaway. There were a couple other old videos that I talked about this giveaway that would be coming up and some things about it. Feel free to comment there too. But while you're here, just comment here afterwards at the end. And I will be collecting everybody who says they want to enter. You can enter on Facebook also. This is per YouTube regulations. I cannot say that you must purchase something to participate. Hey, Bentley, how's it going, man? Bentley needs some love. Everybody give Bentley love. He had, well, check out his channel if you want to know the story. I don't know if it's up or it'll be coming up. But Bentley, I feel for you, brother. So the giveaway goes like this. Basically, I've got random number generator that I can assign to columns of names. I'm going to be getting columns of names. Oh, super chat, shrimpsandplants.com. Thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat from shrimpandplants.com. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate that for kicking it off. So what I'll be doing is giving away for aquaticarts.com. I'll be giving away their $200 package for starter neocaridina blue shrimp, as well as some $30 gift certificates on their website, which are digital, so you can spend them or give them to other people also, all digitally, like through email. Now, other than that, we're also giving away more stuff from our website, and by website I guess I mean the YouTube and the Facebook group. Betsy is also running a giveaway on our website, and she's giving away, I don't know if I should spill the beans, or if she has yet, because I'm a bad observer and my memory's bad. But she's giving away a really cool limited edition version of some aquarium equipment, or an aquarium set, I should say, like a setup. And also some other cool stuff, some rad stuff. Sorry guys about the shakiness here. And alright, so take a walk with me. I'm just kidding. I know that makes everybody dizzy, but I wanted to make everybody get scared that I was about to make everyone throw up. So basically, a previous prize was a plant package from me. Bentley, I'm confused a little bit on that. So are you so I did an old contest that was plants that I gave away of my own. So this year, let me just lay it all out quickly here, and then we can chat and shoot the moon, shoot whatever. Oh, okay. Yeah. I see what you're saying, Bentley. So Bentley, yes, Bentley kindly offered to give away plants. Betsy is the one who is wrangling all that on the Facebook group, and she's just felt charitable and wants to help this channel and what I do by just doing random giveaways all through December. So check out the Facebook group. That's to encourage you guys to go there, and awesome people like Bentley who check out Bentley's channel, check out Bob Kaler's channel. I mean, there's a lot of people in here I know have great channels and content that you should check out while you're at it. But Bentley is also on getgills.com, and he could use some love. Thinking of you, buddy. Check out his newest release video. Is it up yet, Bentley? I don't want to say anything if it's not. So, in any case, Alex, shut up. Get to the point. So, if you enter, because of YouTube rules, Interstate Commerce Act rules, I figured out how we have to do this to be bona fide. He's bona fide. He's a suitor. Okay. So, Q Aquatics, hello. So, this is how it's going to go. Loaves and Fishes, hello. And Racing's Natural Aquariums, check out his YouTube too. I don't know if he has one or if he just has a store. So, if you want to enter, the info's in the description here below, below where I am on your screen, in the description place. And basically, just say you want to be in. That gets you one entry as winning a prize. I'm going to do it random numbers assigned to people. Here's the catch. You get one ticket if you want to be in the drawing, and just say it and leave a comment. You get 5 if you are a subscriber of mine and you just comment on any of my videos, your favorite video, why you like it. Just go back, whichever video, it's maybe a time to go back, look through some of the playlists, stuff like that, and see what you like. If there's something that tickles your fancy or you'd like to see more of, drop me a comment there, and then just let me know somewhere more centralized, like here, this video or any of the videos related to this giveaway, the holiday giveaway of 2018/19, and I will enter you with 5 tickets for the raffle. It can't be a giveaway anymore. So, If you use the code SecretShrimp15, all caps, 15, you get 15% off at Aquatic Arts. And you can use the code SecretShrimp10 for 10% off as many times as you want if you've already used that code. Now, if you've already used this since I made the first announcement, I'll have to double check the date, but in late November, you will be in the list and you will get 50 drawing points. So I hope you see what I'm doing here. This is still a raffle that you don't need to purchase to enter. Everyone can enter for free. You get one raffle ticket if you just say you want to enter and you're not a subscriber. But if you happen to be a subscriber in January, I'll give you 5 raffle tickets. It'd be great if you could drop me a comment somewhere saying what you like about a video or your favorite video of mine, and then just tell me that you want to be in the contest in this video or the last one or the other 2 that I've mentioned this giveaway or any future ones. That'll let me just check like 5 or 6 spots, list up the names, check off the list, boom, bop, boom. And then Aquatic Arts sends me a list of everyone who cites my channel. So let's say they randomly have a killer giveaway for Black Friday for 40% off. Well, you can only use one of the codes. Save my code, tell them that you found them through my channel, and they will enter you into the drawing. So that's what happened on Black Friday. Now, the reason to do this is I get a cut from the channel now. They are an affiliate of mine. Where are those gift cards coming from? They're offering the shrimp gift package, right? Well, those gift cards are being accumulated by how many things you guys buy. So the more my channel comes in showing, the more we're just going to take the affiliate money and do gift cards and giveaways with. So that's incentive for you guys to give it away. They already send me free plants from time to time. Like I ordered earlier today, I put up a video, I ordered, and they sent me like 4 or 5 free things, which was really nice. And they sent me an extra fish or 2. And we're going to go over that really soon, the rest of the video. But I need to get all this legal stuff out. Also, you need to be over the age of 13 to participate at all. And then have a parent that is your proxy legally if you're participating. If you're overseas and you want to participate, I thought about this long and hard. So if you can't participate overseas, that feels like a cripple to me, like a crippling factor to me, and not fair. Because I have some very great viewers that are overseas, and I'm sure they'd want to buy something from Aquatic Arts. So I'm going to say that if you're overseas, I'm going to do a cash giveaway. I'll wire it to you, PayPal, whatever works. You know, we'll figure something out that works for your country. I know not every country is the same. But if you want to be in the giveaway and you're from another country, let me know what country that is. And if you are a subscriber, I can't pay or give anything away for subscribers. But if you're a subscriber now, or you happen to be a subscriber in the future that comments, I'm not paying you for that. Those are just the people I'm checking. So, subscriber from overseas, just let me know where you're at. That'll be your entry. And just for being overseas, you're going to get, I'm going to make up a number right now. 25 entry points. Whoa, no, that's not fair. 10 entry points. And if you guys win, I'll send you a non-specific, not a gift card or anything, maybe a Visa gift card or a cash card, something like that. Hopefully that doesn't require shipping because it gets expensive to like Singapore or like Sri Lanka. There's certain countries that are just like $30 to send anything to. But I want to include you guys. You guys are important to me. I care about you. You guys contribute to the society. Correct me when I'm wrong. I need that a lot. And so on. So that's kind of the rules. I hope everybody gets it. I know it's kind of weird and a little bit, yeah. And also, somebody, Racing's Natural Aquariums just also said, do the digital, not the gift card, you know. So the other thing I want to say is if you buy a gift card to enter this contest, so go to aquaticarts.com, use the code, Oddball Aquatics, hello. How's it going? And I also saw everyone else sneaking in, so I'll say hi to y'all in a minute after I'm done explaining this, and then we can chat. Uh, but basically, lost my train of thought. Choo choo. Oddball, you did it again, Haley. So um, I totally lost it. Otter Creek, you made me lose it. Um, So, gift cards, yes, online gift cards. You can buy an online gift card at their website. You will not get the discount there. But leave in the notes, write a comment. I came from the Secret History Living in Your Aquarium or Alex Williamson's channel, Alexander's channel, whatever. Let them know somehow. Or if you're using, maybe you have a secret code from another promo that they run and it's 30% off dry goods or something. Let them know that I am talking about them, and that will get you entered into this giveaway. So, my motivation is I want that affiliate money. No, the affiliate money is not much money. It's like 2 to 4% usually with most affiliate deals. But what I want to do with the affiliate money is reinvest it into shipping out gifts of my plants, of their plants, of shrimp, of fish, and whatnot. Now, what I'm getting out of from their channel is basically they send me free stuff quarterly with my order. So I spend $100, they're gonna give me 50 or $100 in other goods. So I get something out of it. But it feels like I'm never gonna make a living off that or anything. So I'm not worried about that. I'd rather have it go back to the community. We're not talking about a ton of money here, but 4% of what y'all buy for the holidays from their website could add up. If we have 10 people that spend $50, $500, 4% of that, whatever. We got a $25 gift card coming back out. That I can put into the pool, or a cash card to go to overseas viewers and so forth, or shipping to 2 people who want plants. The aquatic arts giveaway and all of this will be running. Betsy's doing intermittent ones, kind of like the 12 days of Christmas, all throughout the month, as are people in uh, the Facebook group, which there's a link to in the description. So on our Facebook group, a lot of people have just been giving stuff away just to be kind, because I have friggin' awesome viewers. You guys rock. Awesome subs, and it's a tight-knit community for the most part. So there's giveaway stuff that I don't even know about. Other people are just doing it on Facebook, which is awesome, through the group. And I encourage that. Do it more. Swap plants. I'm not here to stop anyone. If you have a website or a channel, feel free to say what it is. I don't care. Shamelessly plug it. Just don't spam up the place. That's the only, real comment I have on that. But I love to see what you guys are doing at home and what your tanks look like and all that jazz. So the last part that I needed to discuss is just, I tried to be as transparent as possible. Today I showed you, so they sent me 4 free plants. 4 free plants in the what unboxing. Sorry guys, my brain unboxing video today. And I bought, whatever, $50 worth of stuff, more than that. But that was using their Black Friday code. So use whatever code is the cheapest on Aquatics Art. This will run. Now, this is the most important part, and this is what I've had forgotten earlier and what I was going to say. And this wraps up this part of the segment. And if you're watching this after the fact, there's nothing probably more important that I'll be saying about the contest. You can enjoy the rest of the chat and see my new tanks and new fish and plants and stuff, and we can answer some questions and just have fun. But the contest will go through the start of the second week in January, and that is because most aquatic shippers of plants and all that stuff, plants, shrimp, fish, they don't ship in the dead of winter during the holiday season, right around the holidays. And so that's different for everyone. I asked Corey at Aquarium Co-op, for instance. He responded to me when I emailed their shipping department, and I found out that they said for sure by the 18th, like nothing, like don't order anything past then. They're not even going to try to get it out. And so a lot of people shut down like 2 weeks or so around then. I know Flip is going to be something similar. For aquatic arts, if you want to get your physical hands on the live animals, plants, or dry goods that you're ordering with this code, you got to use it before next Tuesday. Now, if you use it on Tuesday, you're going to have to overnight your fish. So I would say get, like, they've got a killer deal on Panda Loaches right now, if you count the discount too, and on rummy nose rasboras, on Habrosus cord cats. I think they still have some angelfish last I checked, and Panda Loaches last I checked, Panda Cories. They have brand new tissue cultures, and I'm going to show you the new anubias, the new anubias culture that is a really soft white, almost like a pinto anubias. It's a variegated anubias. They also have bucephalandra, I'm not going to try. I'm sorry I did that, guys. Sorry, Greece. And they are carrying a good series now of several different types of tissue cultures. They now have the new ones mentioned in the video, and they're also probably going to be carrying maybe like Tropica or something else too. Just whatever they can get their hands on that's good in quality, that's what they do. Basically, if any of the links aren't working, somebody just said one of the links below isn't working to something. I can fix that afterwards and investigate. But Facebook group is just, you can find it pretty easily. Go to any of my last videos and find a link that did work if this one isn't working for some reason. But it's just the Secret History aquarium group. I mean, look for Secret in History and aquarium or fish. You know, you'll find it on YouTube or on Facebook. Too many social media platforms. Ugh. Okay, guys. So, does anybody have any questions while we got people here? But also, I was going to say, gift cards. If you want to buy gift cards, you can buy them because they're all digital. So, if you're thinking of a gift for someone else, go ahead and do that. But just tell them to use the Secret History codes. So, the Secret Shrimp 15, Secret Shrimp 10. Secret Shrimp 15 you can only use once, and that's 15% off everything plus the entry into this. And in the future, quarterly, we're going to be doing giveaways from Aquatic Arts with that affiliate link money. That's why I want you guys to do this, is because it's a circle. I don't like paying shipping and worrying about fish dying on my hands, to be quite honest. And they're offering to use their stock, their shipping, their tried and true methods to do that. And that to me is worth foregoing, some affiliate money. And then I can ship out plants and stuff with that. And then the other of it can go right back in gifts each quarter. And then they'll also do like a grand gift, like the shrimp package this quarter and whatnot. They also have great programs running, like you spend $25 on homelessness charity on their website, and you get a $25 gift certificate, which then you can use my code on when you spend it. So that's pretty bonkers. $25 they're just giving you. I mean, there's a markup on their stuff, realistically, and they're just eating that. But still, that's very kind of them. They do that with fish in the classroom, teachers with fish, and I can't remember what that charity's called. I think it's just aquariums in the classroom. And then also they do that with Humane Society and other type organizations. So let's get to it. Let's get off my mug. And if you guys have questions, just pop them up. It's a normal thing now, and I just want to show you guys some of the new plants that I got from Aquatic Arts, and also just I've redone a bunch of my aquarium stuff. So, oh good, you found it, Racing's Natural Aquariums. Okay, so here we go. And so in here, I have a new plan. You can see right here are my new, and everything's dulled and shakier and cruddier on this, but I'll share some pictures on the Facebook group that are better. But those are, you can see them. There's a female. The new rummy nose rasbora, not tetra. They're full grown. They're about 1.5 inches, and they can come from Lake Inlay and the drainage. So we're getting closer to having an all Shan region of Myanmar, China, Thailand, and Laos. That general golden triangle region. We're getting closer. I hate how yellow everything looks right now in this tank. Let's see, does this help? This might help. If I just turn that light upside down. Helps a little bit. But you can see here, you can see here that, like, the colors are just wackadoodle off. They're actually, like, this is pink, not orange or tan or whatever it looks like. It's bright pink in human when you're here. And this is as blood red as you can get before going to a dark brown. So yeah, the colors are off, the LED lights mess with it live, and the front-facing camera sucks on this. So these are cool. These are back from the sale at the Wet Spot, and these are black crypts, and so I think that's cool. Not African-American crypt gangsters. These are cryptocorin black species. They didn't write the actual name on it, and so I don't know. There's 2 culprits that I'm looking at, but they didn't write the name on. So I don't know if it's a variant of something else, but they have white stems and they are black, and they've been in there for a couple weeks. So they don't seem to be, I mean, they melted back quite a bit at first. Some of them kind of died, and then now they're just doing their thing. Also, we have doing a little bit better, the Downaway, which is the Pogostem and Hellfry red, which you cannot see at all live. I wish they would make a better phone app for this purpose. The other thing that I threw in here, also everyone's favorite, the Panda Loaches are chilling. I don't know, they hide, but they're chilling there. The Panda Garas, these I got all through Aquatic Arts also, are chilling here. I'm getting some algae again, and that's because, what did I do? Well, I'll be releasing the video soon, but I chopped down all the thick, dense jungle of plants that was all the way to the top and growing over all the other plants and blocking out the sunlight. And so I cut that down. Now there's more fish even in it, and the nitrate level is probably spiking. So I added some filtration, and I'll probably be tonight throwing in some floating plants and stuff just for a little while to handle that spike, that big change in loss of biomass. Now over here, I was hoping you guys could see some Crypts loaches, because I also got 7 Crypts loaches. They hide a lot, and that's just the truth about them. But these rummy nose rasboras used to be called orange nose sharks, orange tip sharks. They are endemic to the region of Lake Inlay. There's a nice alpha male right there. They're clear, but they're opalescent, and then it looks like it looks like they have an LED in their nose in real life when you're up close. So they are a really cool little fish. They get along just fine. They're peaceful. So they get along with the CPDs and the blue axelrods and these Samfong rasboras and this panda gar. Hey, buddy. He just always wants in on the party. If I put my hand in the tank, he'll probably be hanging out with me soon. So over here we've got the anubias. Let's see if we can zoom in. I know it looks so white, like washed out and faded in this view, but these are tissue cultures, and they're like a mint green, pretty close to white color, and this is that variegated anubias. And I don't know if they messed up and they literally put pinto anubias, like albino basically, white nana petite, in those tissue cultures, because that's what it looks like to me. That's definitely what it looks like to me. So I'd get my hands on that while you can. I have never seen the variegated like this. Variegated's usually dark, and you see the veins in it. So here is an up close. Can we get the contrast going on? An up close of it. None of these up closes are working well. Let me get the light right off of it. Is that better? Oh, of course, now there's a snail in the way. Everybody's a critic. Everybody's a food cricket. Okay, so here we go. There's another snail in the way on this direction, and you can see all my hair algae better than anything, of course. Let me get the heater out of the way. A wee out of the way. Wait, when I put my finger in, there we go. So that is, oh, and I knocked the near right snail off. Sorry, buddy. Let's write you up. But yeah, this is an interesting plant. It is very firm. It's not melting at all. And it's got this like little bit of green to it. You can see the green veins in it, and the rest is pretty much stark white. So I don't know if it's a white variant of the variegated anubias or if I lucked out and they're calling pinto that. So if anybody knows, let me know. I mean, 'cause that's pretty exciting. And I would hit up Aquatic Arts just for that, even though it's just kind of a curiosity to me. But yeah, so also over here, this is what the adult Panda Loaches look like. Aquatic Arts is also sending out clumps for a decent price of Bucephalandra, and you can get that. These are, just to show you guys, these are different species. All of these are different species. Most of them are some brownie variant, so I guess maybe they're not different species, they're different varieties. But there are different species also in here. And so we've got a new piece of wood in here that's kind of the new scaffold for that. Here we've got the Cabamba fructata. Let's see, can we get the color to show? Well, you can see it's pink there, but it just looks washed out. It's a beautiful plant. You'll see the pictures some other time, or I'll make a video where it doesn't look like poo-poo. Also, the blue shrimp, they're still chilling all over the place. Shout out to Lucas Bretz. Hit him up for the holidays if he has anything left. I know that cat is in high demand. But his shrimp are getting out there, and so I would assume that other people, me and various other people in the community, probably have his shrimp for sale or around as well. Now, if they're shipping in the winter, I'm not sure on that one. All right, so you get the idea, though. This tank's going to be pretty dark in plant colors with lots of purples and red, and I'm excited for that. And then all the rock work over here, I've taken out a lot of rock. But I did a time-lapse video of that, so that'll be available at some point. Christmas, my Jew Christmas. My family's Jewish, but I've got a Christmas tree. I'm nothing, really. I just don't adhere to any one thing. Now, over here, we've got all the clippings, extra clippings, floating in this tank because it tends to be high in nitrates, this tank, and basically we've got like this one's doing great just floating, but we've got lots of plants just hanging out, waiting to find a place to root down. This is my red root, so my red root floater has a dark, let's hold it under the light, a dark green and almost like it almost looks red through the plant at times. Over here, that's pretty close to what I'm seeing with my naked eye here. So that's pretty cool. And then Aquatic Art sent me some that is this stuff. So it has a brighter red underneath. Well, of course this tank doesn't show it off under these lights. Downstairs you'll see in the CO2 tank. I've got a little breeding project here going on with my swordtails. They're going to be going goodbye as well as these swordtails here. My Thor's hammer, Java fern, doing great. You can see there's actually new roots and stuff. This is a variegated anubius gold, or a anubius gold there. Then we've got a Prince, what's it called? Stoffel Prince sword here, and it is looking beautiful. It's got this nice red. There's one dead leaf back there. And then we've got the knots. I always think Santorum now because I got this from Bentley, but it's a lily that's, what is it, Saturnidae? Nymphea Saturnid. Okay, sorry, I give up. But also you can see the Crypts are still doing really well here. The Crypts. Man, it's hard to keep my words straight. The Cribensis are doing well in the tank. Something funky's going on. We got a bottom algae, and I'm hoping it's not old tank syndrome. But check out all of the cut plants from the little tank that we were just at. I'm about to put that down because the puffers want some cover. Also, the puffers finally, I guess it couldn't last forever, the puffers finally got into a showdown with the swordtails, which was weird, but it ended in two swordtails with bacterial infections and nipped fins, and then the puffers had babies. That was the real issue, and I haven't seen any puffer babies that were down in here. And I haven't seen any, and I think that, honestly, the swordtails killed all the baby puffers, and there's just a couple adult puffers out of the 5 or 6 that were in there. There's 2 that I see right now. But I pulled for sure 2 more dead ones out that had wounds on them. So there was like literally a 2-day battle that... for some reason, they just decided I moved stuff around in the tank, and that's a lesson, guys. Like, I got them, I adopted them free. They were older, aged, little pea puffers, so that helped make them a little calmer. But, yeah, so stuff like that happens, and the swordtails are going goodbye because they've just been too nippy and mean to everyone in the tank, not just my other critters. Boy, I love these orange rasboras, the orange nose rasboras. Also, what's in here that you're not seeing are all the beautiful Panda Loaches. Like I said, there's 7 in here. What's great is the shrimp are reproducing. This is a brand new baby Malawa shrimp. Is anybody in the chat? Like, I haven't seen a single word in 10 minutes, which is weird to me. And YouTube gets kind of quirky sometimes. So if anybody is actively in the group, please. Okay, Chubby Guppy, thank you. I just wasn't sure what was going on. So that's all the upstairs stuff. Now we're going to the dungeon. Sorry if I lose you. Michelle Reed, hello, Bluewater. Okay, alright. Okay, people are here. I just wasn't sure. Man, everything is so washed out in this in this live streaming. I wonder if getting a better camera would help. Uh, but yeah, this tank's doing great. We got some new plants in here. You guys know from common sense that the tank does not look like this. It looks more like this, more so, but like this is neon pink. So I don't know why this streaming has gotten, like, the CO2 that I use, I've been excited to be using, but now all of a sudden it just, everything looks dull anyways. If anybody has any questions, feel free. Again, there is the variegated, quote unquote, anubias. Wait, focused when I tried to focus past it. Which I'm suspicious may be Pinto. I don't know. We'll have to see. If anybody else has experience, let me know. Because this stuff looks just like the tissue culture for Anubias nanopetite Pinto. Also, we got what's left of my green dragons, the long tail guys here, and then my super reds, or tan apparently, if you're looking at this camera view. Here we've got the blood red tiger spiralis, gave them some room, cleared out the underbrush, just because what we have going on here is it's been a full season, quote unquote. Oh, here's the other pleco. It's been a full season, and what happens is this stuff dies underneath. It doesn't have enough room or light, which is fine. I mean, like, it's just part of the growth, the nature of its growth. You can see there's new ones starting from the roots. But what it does is, as it grows, this stuff starts to get weak and actually busts off, and the plant uses what we call, you know, topping or toppers, the head, and then it will put out these new roots, these like runners, and it's hoping for water. It's hoping for the monsoon season to come and cause it to get washed away. So if I put my hand in here and bug the pleco and pull up, I get pieces of this stuff. I can pull it out. It's almost dead, and that just builds ammonia. So I'll have to go in there and trim these down and either replant or just let them do their thing, or put something new in. Whatever tickles my fancy. Now the thickest cords, like this cord here, it is still viable. It still has nutrients running through it and everything, as are any of them around Taco. Hello? Taco? I'm gonna say taco with your icon. How's it going? Ayo, for yeah, walk around with... I don't know if anybody remembers that song either. Oh good, yellow is one of the few colors that shows up smashingly. But my honey gouramis, they're doing great. We got enough here coverage-wise that hopefully all this rat's nest of wonderful plants will be great breeding grounds. My tin Winnie danios have been reproducing in this tank just fine, as have my black line neon tetras and my rummy nose tetras. They both were reproducing in here, which surprised me quite a bit actually. And then new plant wise, we've obviously got the the biggest one yet, I forgot to mention, is we've got this. So you get a giant ball, literally 10 to 15 times the size of this, of Bucephalandra balandae. I think that is it. I think that's how you say it. But it is a rhizome cluster. Usually these are out of the wild. Now, what they've been doing is they've been growing it on a matrix or like a Brillo pad somewhere in Indonesia. I know this blue gourami is always on my case, but yeah. Also, while we're looking at it, look at all the RU2s that I'm seeing now. So I really need to get some RU2 control going. I'm sure they're laying eggs, but their babies are just so teeny that they're getting eaten because they hang out at the top all day long, and that's no good. Mr. Gourami, if you bite me, even though it doesn't hurt, I'm gonna be real annoyed. Um, oh yeah, big Pedro, you know what it is. Uh, there's another song. Yeah, you know what it is. These are hatchet danios back here. They're doing fine and dandy. I might move I don't know, what do you guys think? I was thinking about moving the rummy nose guys down here just for a little more space, and because honestly, that tank up there, they're probably not going to reproduce in that little tank with all those little micro aggressions. No, those micro predators. This is really one of my new favorite plants, is that Crabamba furcata, and then also there's that black crypt again that I don't know what it is, but I loves it. There's some more of it that was the spot on the ground formerly known as crypt. It just melted. So that happens sometimes with tissue cultures. But this tank, not super colorful minus the gouramis, but super elegant when you really look at the fish and you watch their interactions. It's all like CPDs and danios and kind of hill stream or rice paddy type species for the most part, with some plecos thrown in for nonsensical good measure. Now, what do we have going on in here? What do we have going on in here? We have my Metangsis danios, and they are in, whoa, sorry, the zoom also awful. There you go, you saw it zip by. You should see the blue when it zips by again. But we've got 2 females and male in here, and we've got moss for the base, and then we've got a nice maple leaf landing area for them, or whatever, structure for them to zip through. The females looked like they were filled with eggs. Like, their bellies are distended beyond belief, and they've been treated for parasites, so it's not that. But they move so quickly that I'm sure you guys probably, well, maybe you'll see here. She still looks pretty plump, but it looks like maybe some of her eggs have been eaten. Like, some of the eggs were laid. So I'm probably going to pull them out and leave this tank for a week or so, and just hope that some babies appear, that some eggs were laid. But those are an endangered or threatened species. Over here, I've got, this is boiled tannins. So not quite as good as fresh tannins or anything, but I can add this to their tank during water top-off, so you can see the debris here. And that allows me to keep up the tannic level during water change in this little 5-gallon. So my buddy at shrimpandplants.com, that name, if you see it on here, he's the one who hooked me up with these 2 5s. This other 5, I think I'm going to start doing the RU2s in there again. Start breeding them more specifically on purpose. I love them, and I miss breeding them. So yeah. Rad on the danios. Hope to see wrigglers. Yeah, me too, man. The danios that surprised me, though, that I've tried to breed several times with like very small yields coming out, are the wonderful gold ring or tin winnie. It's hard to say for me for some reason. These little leopard looking mini danios. So they've also been called mini leopard danios, but they're a beautiful fish. metallic gold with purple fins in the right light, blue fins for the females in another light, and they are, as you can see, so there's this size here, and then there's parent size up there. Now, the one with the line running through it, those are flame danios. Shrimpandplants.com. Yes, buddy. Jason, you can probably, I'm counting it. You can definitely have a male, or two males, I mean. Because look, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4 males right there. Now, there's an issue. These guys are orange and purple right now, so they're probably going to be spawning soon. They're showing really good color. The panda cories also doing really well. They have been laying eggs, which have been promptly getting eaten, but I think that they'll rally and it'll work out. So, here's what I was going to show y'all. So, this is a third of the clump. The clump that came from Aquatic Arts. This is where they take rhizomes and they grow the rhizomes out. Not Aquatic Arts, but another company. They grow the rhizomes out in a matrix of like, I don't know. I think what they do is they tie strings, and then it grows in 4 different dimensions. All plants do, but it grows up, down, sideways. They blast it with, well, I guess it's not blasting when it's medium to low light, but then lots of nutrients, and then you've got this medusa of a plant that you can untangle and start. You can start little crypts everywhere, and you can see they're similar to the ones upstairs, but they're just very small. If you bite me, I'm gonna be so annoyed, Gus. Okay, so, and then some parts of the pile are like this. Now, a lot of times this is what you'll see when it's wild harvested, but you won't see the clean cut and the type of, what do you call it? I guess reticulation maybe, or striping, like intervals, the same intervals. So they've clearly been grafted onto something and not scraped off a rock, which is heartening. Although there are places where it is merited to be collecting boosts, it's just there's also a lot of poaching from national parks and stuff, and it takes a long time to grow, so we don't want to support that. Because if you find cheap boosts, unless it's Ballanday or tricolor or wavy green, if it's cheap, it's almost certainly from a poached source in Borneo, Indonesia, PNG. I love my Pandagaras. They're my buddies. They've got their little feelers and sensors, and they're just so animated and climb in and out. Man, these gouramis just want to steal the show tonight. Alright, so that's what's going on there. Also, in this tank are another 10 gold stripe, gold back shrimp from Lucas Bretz. I've done some art for him, as you guys know, did some more, and he sent me that. So this will probably come across because gold's showing up tonight on the camera, but these guys, phenomenal. Like the best yellow shrimp that I've seen. Look at his whiskers, even have gold. His sensors. Now their legs are a little hard with the gold, because these guys have such spindly legs, but you can see that pretty much what could have gold in the legs is having it. And these guys, I've moved 7 up here with 4 or 5 females and a couple males, hoping in this tank, which just has my blue Moscow guppies, who have had a couple babies. Here's the one male in here. They've had a couple little fry running around somewhere, but the females are about ready to have another round of babies. So that's what's going on in that tank. Now this tank, I've kind of started introducing into the gravel all these bulb plants, as up here too. I mean, I'm storing the bulb plants right here that I got at that sale from the wet spot. And they seem to all be either crinum or aponigeton. One is a Barclay longifolia. Look at that. Oh, what a pose. He's like Marilyn Manson. You guys remember that rumor? Do the yellow neos breed more true? My blue dreams are all over the place. Will these yellows breed very true? This is an example right here. This is a young male that I bred before. These are from Lucas Breds, these specific yellows. That is a bad one, quote unquote. Like, that's the worst I'd see. And if we zoom in, he's not bad. You can just see through him a little bit. He's not bad. He'll color up more too, especially if they had a substrate. Right now they're on a glass bottom floor. But the females in particular of this strain are just bonkers. They're beautiful. I think he's only charging 6 or 7, but honestly I'd pay 8 to 10 for such a true strain. Because if you're paying for shrimp, and I know people think that that's insane, like, oh, I would never pay that for a good cherry or whatever it may be. But, you know, for me, I never see line breeding as done or selective breeding as done with critters. And these guys are not looking as red as they really are on video. I wonder if you guys can see them better from above the water, possibly. For some reason that sometimes helps color show up on live streams. I guess not today. But, yeah, these guys are, like, they're like a true fire engine red. I don't know how else to put it. Here's an extension cord that is as red can be. And you can see how it's all faded, kind of. But these shrimp are nice and red. Some of them, though, and this is where I got torn on this colony, are starting to show their... well, this guy's ready to molt, this gal. See this? You can actually see where she's about to take off that shell. That's really cool. You can see that break point. You guys see that? That lobe there? If you look at a shrimp shell... at its carapace, they actually crawl out through the back of their shoulder, right behind that hump. They fold in half, and they pull their head out, and then they pull their tail out, and all their legs and everything, too. But she is about ready to pull out, because you can see how loose that side panel is on her. So she'll be real vulnerable, and then she'll be probably trying to get... she'll have a saddle, and she'll be trying to then get buried or pregnant, as it were, basically. Down here, we've got another one that's a female that's not in that condition, and you can see how solid those side panels are. In fact, she is buried, and she is so red and solid that you cannot see through her. So I had a line for a while that was from Lucas that I sold of reds, and this line is from Aquatic Arts, and this is a mix of Bloody Marys were in here, and then that are older, and then all the males, and then most of the other shrimp are a Sakura Fire from Aquatic Arts. So just some decent shrimp. Some of them are starting to mutate. I noticed the last litter from one of the females mutated. I'm trying to find a good example. Mutated into realies. Like, there's a bunch of babies running around that have a clear spot in their side. So I kind of just want to see what will happen, but I'll probably water down the gene line in the process. But they're hanging out all over. They're chill. Also, I moved my Babalti shrimp, and they're all hanging out in here. Hey, Bob. Hey, Bob. So these little guys, these are the neon green Babalti shrimp. They're hanging out now since there's no big plecos in here. There's just my tiger endlers. You guys have seen the videos and so forth, and you guys know that these guys are full of color and beautiful, as are these guys. And the live stream video, like, I'm just so sick of the quality. I gotta figure something out. I'm just tired of reds looking so pink and tan and washed out. It's a bummer, man. So here we've got another, this is a green dragon, but you can see on such different terrain how different they can be. He's one of the last of the green dragons from the ones that died of the bacterial infection. There's a few in here, but he's one of them, of the young dudes. And you see this? This is like an overnight thing, but it's another bacterial complex that's formed, and I got to take that out. But what happened was a tissue culture clearly had some sort of nutrients on it here, and bacteria or fungi happened to grow on it. So I get that out of there now, even though a lot of times it was harmless. I don't trust it anymore after my big die-off. Here is a good example of a tissue culture that died and got dug up by catfish. This tank's always helter-skelter, but the reason why is this has all been a grand experiment, keeping track of how many I can raise. But here we've got the Julii corridoras, and the shrimp colony can live side by side with a catfish colony and a guppy colony, because these artificial mops, are so thick. Now, it is kind of unsightly, but these are, nice little shrimp. Bluewaters, thank you so much for the $4.99. I really appreciate that. Let's see, what was your question? Amount and frequency of feeding, especially after hatchings. Are you talking about the shrimp, or what are you talking about, buddy? Just because I've kind of run through a couple things and there's a delay on the comments. But for shrimp, you don't really need to feed them at all. I mean, I know that that's not quite true, but I basically just let them in this tank. I don't feed them. I put flakes in the tank, and they eat algae and flakes and whatever's in there. Now, down here where I actually breed them, this is the quarantine tank over here. Now, down here where I breed my blue dreams, and there's also still some Babaltis in here that you can see looking kind of freaky. I kept the ones with white eyes separate just because I was like, that's an interesting morph, but they kind of scare me now. But down here, what I did is I used Bacter AE, which is just a powder you can get, and I've used that to it encourages bacterial growth of Aufwuchs. And Delicious Cheeseburger, can you sub? Sub. I don't know. If you're trying to sub to my channel, I would appreciate that. I don't know what exactly you're asking, though. Let me get some of these floaters out of the way so we can actually see the shrimp a little bit better. And I'll show you what my shrimp eat. Now, this is a luxury because I have such a seasoned tank. But I had fish in here originally, and I put my hatchlings of, like, really teeny fish, like rainbow fish. I let them hang out in here. But this is the spot they love. And my and my shrimp, they just eat this algae, and it's not just the algae they're eating. They're mostly eating the bio layer. Now, I have a video called Aufwuchs, which is AUWF. I can't spell it off the top of my head. I'm sorry, like trying to spell it out. That since the lightning strike, that ability has not returned, nor was it ever too strong in the first place. But if somebody wants to write out Aufwuchs, which just means a layer of bacteria, I have a long dedicated video to it, which explains all about it. Now, these are Lucas Brett's Blue Dreams, mostly. Here is an example of the lowest grade that would ever come out of any of his stuff. And that one, it's so much so that I'm guessing it got contaminated, and I want to get it out. Like, that's how good a quality Lucas's shrimp are, that I'm pulling that. That is a total cull. Even though a lot of places this is a totally acceptable Blue Dream shrimp, but when you rock with Lucas's A string, I also make sure that I improve on his strain if I can, you know. The way I've found to actually improve on his strain, because he's been working so hard, and obviously he's got it really, really down, is that I hold up a flatty for me. If you look at these shrimp, they're a solid, consistent blue all the way through, even with their organs and everything. Here you can see, you know, his organs and his tail and everything. He's a little more transparent than I like to see, but it's because of his organs and all that, or her organs. My ideal blue shrimp, let's see if I can find an example of that. But these shrimp do get fed in here, and here's a nice pregnant one that's buried up. She's a nice looking Blue Dream. I know it's hard with the crappy video I'm using, but where'd he go? Or she go? She has blue legs, blue arms. You can see the joints. That's where you can really see the concentration of the blue. And even blue whiskers. Not just blue rostrum, which is like her nose, which isn't actually like a smaller appendage. Also, I throw maple leaves or catappa leaves, whatever kind of leaves you want, but within reason. I have videos on that as well. But basically leaves in there to encourage the Aufwuchs colonies. And then I feed them, when I feed them, the cardinal sin that most people do with shrimp is they overfeed them, honestly. They overfeed them, and they give them medicine for things that they don't need it for, and it just ends up, you kill your shrimp from loving them too much or fussing over them too much. Come on. Alright. Sorry, guys. I'm having tool problems. I one-handedly am trying to function as a human being, and apparently that doesn't work. I need two hands as a human. So yeah, I feed them. I'll show you right here. I'll cut up a piece of zucchini or something every once in a while and throw that in. Or tuna. They don't care. They eat anything. But they do like this stuff. This is like shrimp crack. But it's Hikari crab cuisine. They really, really like that. So I feed them that. I'll give them algae wafers, spirulina algae wafers also. And then just making sure that there's a lot of moss and enough light to grow more algae. And then, believe it or not, you want dirty walls and water. If you're trying to breed, like these little detritus worms and even some paramecium and stuff, even these little seed shrimps, see that little white dot on the rock that it actually swims around. These are creatures, and they're all part of the ecosystem And these guys are eating the extra food, and they can be a problem, obviously, planaria. But I don't sweat when I see just a few hanging out. They're kind of just vultures of the aquarium. They're not gonna like kill the shrimp usually unless there's a crazy amount. But like here we've got a beautiful color. That's the color I love. He's up to the light and he's still that solid. Here's another beautiful one. You can see up top solid where it overlaps. You can see the clarity starting, but that on this camera is actually highlighting the effect really well, because with the naked eye you can't see that there's any flaw in the tail, but technically that tail is a little weak and you would want to select against that for like a championship quality. Let's see on the other tails. Here's a tail that's a little bit better. It's at least somewhat blue all the way through, but when you see it with the light on it and everything, these shrimp are just gorgeous. You have to zoom in with the lens and get really nitpicky to find problems. But I just let the little babies hang out. You see those little dots swimming around? Those are called seed shrimp. They're just to form a copepod, and they don't do any harm. But here we go. That is my ideal. See, it looks like it's like soaked in lacquer, and its tail is so thin that it doesn't look that blue, but it actually is. So yeah, I mean, Blake's Aquatics, what's up? Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Water Wizard. Also, need to back off. I'll definitely find the video. Yeah, I mean, really, if you have a seasoned tank, I've gone, and I know people who've gone literally months without feeding their cherry shrimp, their neocaridina. Caridina are different. You do want to make sure, though, that if you don't know where your KH and GH is, that you fortify the water with something for them to be able to get that from, because they do need that. They do need that. And here, my water is like nothing water. It's like 28 out of the tap TDS and neutral. And so the shrimp, I have to add a little bit of crushed coral. So you'll see this white coral. And I'll add, like, for every 10 gallons, if I'm doing a neocaridina breeding tank, and it's just neocaridina, no other kinds of shrimp, I will add about a cup of coral per 10 gallons, or maybe half a pound of coral for 10 gallons. And that gives them all the calcium and carbonates that they need. Whereas over here, they're getting their minerals and things from the plants. I don't feed the shrimp here. I just feed the fish. So if you have fish in with your shrimp, there's a good chance you don't need to feed them at all. If you don't, they will eat algae. They will eat any leftovers. Zucchini is a nice little treat for them. Tuna fish, or even like a cat food kibble, is a nice little treat for them. And they'll eat each other. I mean, they're not picky. So, yeah. And in here, the shrimp are also breeding. It's just there are so many darn hiding spots that you can't ever find them. Anybody have any other questions? Because I believe I'm going to get off the internet. Oh, we almost had the Pandagara surfing on the gourami, which would have been the best thing ever, and I would have made a t-shirt of it. Like, would have had to. I'm turning this tank off for the night. And sweepstakes slash, I guess it's called a raffle now, for legal reasons. Information in the description and the first 20 minutes of this video. Hope everyone's doing well. Wow, look at all these fatty pregnants, these prego guppies. We're going to have a lot of my new strain, the forktail or leertail, lyre-tail, electric or lightning bolt blue, guppies. So I'm stoked about that. Yeah, lots of fry coming. All right. Advice for newbie using CO2. My advice is to not cut corners. I mean, cut them a little bit, but this CO2 here, I should find a link to it. Found it on Amazon. Just look up solenoid. So that is the electric part that lets you put it on a timer. Mine's actually not for some weird reason. But it allows it to turn it off, on, off, on. And that costs a certain amount. And then you just unscrew here to open it up at whatever speed you want it. This is the high pressure and the low pressure gauge. So, and then you get your bubble counter here, and your needle valve goes through here. So what you need is you need a line, a diffuser. I'd pick up a Fluval. Save yourself 50 or $100. Don't get one of the glass fancy things. Go to Petco. They sell these Fluval kits. The kits, in my opinion, if you have like a 1 or 2 gallon, they're fine. But they're garbage. They're too expensive unless you convert them to paintball kits, in my opinion. Should do a video on all that. But the diffusers are $5 or $6.99 at Petco, and they work better than a $100 diffuser I've seen and had. So grab that. Grab some CO2 designed pressure line. So this is different than normal line like this that's flexible. It bends and it stretches, and this stuff stretches, but it's much more strong and rigid. It's usually black, and it's usually hard. It kind of doesn't bend so easily. It feels like a cable from like the cable company, you know, like to your TV. On this whole unit was $56 delivered through Amazon Prime. It does not have a brand name, but I've had 2 of these now for a year, and they work great. I get my gas from the welding spot. I've used this tank for over a year, and at the rate that you use it for even a 40-gallon tank, that's a 20-pound tank. I have not even put a dent in it. Now upstairs, I'll show you real quick. Let me turn off the lights here since I turned everything on. Less is more on the CO2 at first. Like, don't blast it. Like a bubble every second is plenty. Like, don't like, you don't need more than that. Just trust me on that. Because you probably haven't learned to dial in your fertilizer to the point where you like, and this isn't, I mean, maybe you have, maybe you know all about fertilizers, but I'm assuming you wouldn't be asking, and maybe you do your custom fertilizing and all that stuff, but usually you don't have your fertilizer dialed in. You're not that into haven't gotten that nerdy into the hobby yet to take advantage of crazy high CO2. And what you'll do is you'll basically get algae and kill your fish accidentally. So what I would do is I would get a 2.5 pound or 5 pound, this is 2.5 here, CO2 canister. And I would get this solenoid. I don't know its name, but look for like a $48 to $56 Amazon Prime. Just look up regulator with bubble counter or solenoid. You'll find it. And then you'll also need an airlock, which just lets bubbles go one way so you don't get moisture into your line. And this setup comes with the solenoid for turning it off and on with a remote or a timer. It comes with the pressure valve, which is essentially the regulator, and then it comes with the extension that you fill with water for CO2 bubbles. Now, when you start using CO2, you're going to start getting, and I'll show you here, this is just, it seems to be inevitable. About a week to a month in, you start to get little green algae. And it kind of shows up all over. Hey, the Panda Loaches out. You guys take a look at that. Nice looking cobra of a fish there. But yeah, so you have to work through that. You have to power through it. And kind of, you may not expect it, but you power through that by, you keep the CO2 at a bubble a second or whatever. And then you, from there, add fertilizer and tone down the light, but make the light intense while it is on. And plant as many plants as you can, because the plants, you want them to eat the nutrients out of the system, the water, before the algae can. Now, phosphorus is another one. If you can avoid adding phosphorus into your daily fertilizer or your liquid ferts, that would help a lot. Do you have shrimp with those coolies? Do you see them eat any baby shrimp? Yeah, they eat baby shrimp probably. I just got the coolies today. I've had them in the past. But yeah, to your question, yeah, that's probably going to happen. You know, I've got the shrimp hatchery that we just looked at downstairs. And in here, we've got all sorts of critters. Lots of the blue dream shrimp. And these are actually even better than the ones downstairs. These are usually my pride and joys. And they reproduce in here too. So this is kind of another hatchery. But obviously with all these fish, and some people would think, oh, whoa, sorry guys, I just tipped the light over. Some people would think little fish, safe for shrimp. That is definitely not true. Little fish are safe for adult shrimp. In other cases, if they're little fish, that means they're good at eating little things. And little things are baby shrimp. Check this one out. She's got like her legs down for a stand position, and she's cleaning all those swimmerettes. Is she pregnant? She's probably getting ready to become pregnant. I can't see her saddle because she's so blue. See, this is a top-notch blue shrimp. Even on this cruddy camera, you can see that her legs, every node on them has blue pigment. Her rostrum has blue. Her eyeballs are blue. I mean, she's just blue, except for the clear parts of her exoskeleton that she is not able to control that way. But yeah, she's cleaning. She feels relaxed. But yeah, any of these little guys, these little fish, even though they're teeny, even like chili rasboras, will eat your week-old baby shrimp. Now, that being said, if you have lots of good plants and hiding spots, I find that at least 50% of my baby shrimp survive the onslaught of eating, and especially if you have rock piles and things like that. Yet again, I know I say this a lot, I have several videos on making rock piles, shrimp hides, and caves for breeding shrimp with fish. I actually have a whole series on all of that stuff. Bob, thank you again. You need to stop helping me so much. You are such a nice guy. I figured out most of the plants that I'm sending you, but the kicker was that I actually had to get, I got an order from Aquatic Arts today as their Christmas present to me as a thank you and to just show off in an unboxing. So some of that stuff is coming your way. I don't know, I'll ask you right now live. Do you have red root floaters? I love them. They just need really still water is the main thing. They do like light, but I've had them survive wherever. They just aren't quite as like crazy vivid. But yeah. Stack lava rock pebbles and give them good hides. Yeah, that helps. Mostly it's like you stack big rocks and then pour little rocks in, and then, or reverse, you do some little rocks and medium, then big, and then little rocks again. It all works out, but it all, I hope that helps. I hope my CO2 kind of overview helps. I hope that's a cheap way to get into it. You can also buy the Fluval kits, and then for like $7 or $10 on eBay, you can buy a converter ring that you screw on that allows paintball tanks to be refilled. These tanks are so cheap. To fill my 20-pounder downstairs, that I could fuel 5 of these all year long running nonstop with that thing, was $19 at Central Welding in Seattle. This tank was $6 to refill, and I had this tank running on this aquarium, every day at a bubble a minute or a bubble and a half a minute at the highest, for, let's see, 8 months before I needed to get it replaced. And that's running like 12 hours a day or something. Also with CO2, turn it on a half hour before the lights come on, turn it on an hour before the lights go out, and that will help decrease the chance that you kill your fish. Thank you guys so much. I got a lot of stuff in here. So let's see. Taco says, I got some cherry berrying, but I don't have a better tank to put them in, so I'll be sad if I lose the babies. Yeah, I understand. Just kind of keep an eye out, and don't fuss. Don't dig out, like, once they're born and hatched and everything. Just let nature take its course. Just provide them hiding spots. The babies and the mothers know to hide for like the first week to 3 weeks. If they see fish around, especially a fish that's chomping on them, they're not going to be swimming like this. If your shrimp swim out in the open like that, they understand what's going on, and they are like totally happy with the fish, the level of fish animosity going on. Here's a baby blue dream right here, that's real dark navy blue, born. I don't know if you can see the difference. They're pretty small. That's a 1/4 inch. I mean, it's really the first month we're talking. So just give them lots of plants and rocks to hide behind, and they will do great. I really want to thank everybody for tonight's stream. I gotta get off of it. I gotta come off it, mate. So thanks again, and Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah is over, and rock on. What else? What else do we have? I don't know that Kwanzaa is really a thing. I'm just gonna say it. I don't have anything wrong with it. I just don't happen to know anyone who celebrates it out of all my friends. And it's not just a bunch of white friends. I have like black nationalist friends from college and stuff. In any case, and happy Atheist Day, or whatever the hell. Just everybody be happy. Yeah, I'm glad you caught a live stream too. The sweepstakes, giveaway, raffle, whatever I legally have to call it. Sorry I had to say all that stuff. We'll be having videos coming out soon, and I'll probably have some news. Speaking of you down there at shrimpandplants.com, Jason and I may have some news in the next few months, so that's a cryptic message to check out. I've been feeling a little low the last 2 days, but I'm supposed to be working on some stuff, and I've been thinking about some stuff quite a bit, teaming up with him. All right, guys, take it easy. Take care. Thank you so much to the super chatters. You're all superstars to me. Take care of your fish yourselves. 1, I'm going to buy a gimbal by the end of the year. And 2, all the info you need to know is at the beginning, first 20 minutes of the video, or in the link below. Gotta go. I want to spend some time with my wife for life, and I'll talk to y'all later. Good night, you crazy kids.